What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video here at Red Dirt Reptiles. For those of you who don't know who I am, better go watch some of my old videos. And for those of y'all joining us back, let's get right into it. Well, since we're going to be covering enclosures, let's get right into it. So, since we're talking about enclosures, let's take a peek here. Obviously, we are very dirty in here and desperately need some cleaning done inside the enclosure. So I'm gonna clean it, and as we put stuff back together, we'll go through it and you'll get to see how it goes. And now we have a clean enclosure, so let's talk about preferred methods, shall we? Such as base substrate. What am I going to use? Preferably this big bag of aspen shavings.
I dumps and spreads the savings in the precious. Ooh. Now we can see water in the precious.
Alright, so as you can see, we finally have a put together enclosure that is mostly clean. If you're seeing stains, get over it because it's an older enclosure. You know what I mean? Look, we'll cover substrate real quick. There's a lot of people that choose a lot of different things, and depending on the enclosure that you have them in, excuse my birds going nuts right at the moment. Depending on the enclosure that you have them in, will depend on what you kind of want to use as far as bedding goes. Now, I know a lot of people that use tile and want to clean it daily. I choose the aspen bedding route because I like them to have a soft bed to lay on. And I'll also keep a shallow pool of water in there every day for them to soak in. So, look, as far as this goes, you can use radiant heat. I do not, on the other hand. You do not also have to use UVB, but I do have a tropical UVB 150 bulb in here. It dims and goes on and off during the day for daylight mimicking. You can also accomplish daylight mimicking using LED lights. Aqueon has a wonderful light mimicking setup. I actually have those in one of my other enclosures, and I will be glad to show you all that when we get to those guys and enjoy those guys in one of our series. But for now, we're on to this. So I do use belly heat with this specific enclosure. You do not have to do that. They also make radiant heat panels. I do not use them myself. More of a cost-effective thing for me than anything. I like them, I just don't use them because I haven't had the money to just go blow on them most of the time. So anyway, I'm using belly heat here. If you can see, there's a thermostat cord here. Now you can't see my thermostat because it's on the opposite side of my enclosure right now, but I have a digital readout that kicks on and off and keeps my padding at about 89 to 90 degrees. That's the hot spot in here. They say that you can add basking spots for these guys, like 85 to 90 degrees, maybe even 95 degrees. Again, it all kind of depends on how you're housing your animals, what kind of heat gradient they're already in. She doesn't necessarily need a basking section here. I do constantly take her out a lot, so that kind of helps in that aspect. They don't need UVB, but it is good for them to have daylight mimicking, so we do the same. This is a 6 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot enclosure. This specific enclosure will house her for life if I wanted her to. Not saying that I'm going to, because by all means, by the time she gets to be about 15 foot, she is going to be a cramped individual in here, and I do not want that. I will upgrade her into something bigger, something probably along the lines of this, which is a 6 by 3 by 3.5. However, for now, this 6 by 2 by 3 or 6 by 3 by 2 works out perfect. I'm sorry, 6 by 2 by 2. I don't know why I'm saying 6 by 3 by 2. This is a 6 by 2 by 2 and a 6 by 3 by 3. So eventually she will end up in something as such, but for now, the 6 by 2 by 2 works out perfectly for me. Listen, keeping reticulated pythons is probably, in my opinion, pretty stupid proof. As long as you're keeping, 50% minimum humidity. We achieve that by spraying. We achieve that by being able to soak daily because she loves her water. She will go soak. As long as you're keeping proper husbandry, heat, temperature, gradient, and humidity, then your animal's going to thrive. You don't necessarily have to have the most extreme nicest setup. Obviously, mine is pretty nice, but it is not extreme. If you want to see extreme, go check out Brian Barczyk, because that man builds some like Zeus style exhibits that I will like bow down and kiss your feet over, my man. You are the master. However, I don't have a place like that to set up an insane reticulated Python setup, so something simple it is, but even when it's simple, it can still be nice. So yeah, if you got any more questions about enclosures, let us know, and until then, catch you on the next video. Hey, thanks for sticking with me through another video here at Red Dirt Reptiles. If y'all like what y'all are seeing, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Lets me know I'm doing good, and I'll continue to put out awesome videos for y'all. Hope to see you around on the next one. Thanks again.